Diet breaks. They're unplanned, last longer than a few days, and detrimental for your progress. Or are they? Let me explain. Currently on a journey to get into the best shape of my life, better than the previous time when I was in shape, while my starting point is the worst shape that I've ever been in my entire life. In the past couple months, I've been able to lose over 20 pounds. That is until I broke my diet for over 2 weeks and gained roughly about 5 pounds of it back. But in this video, I'm gonna explain to you why taking diet breaks, whether on purpose or not on purpose, really isn't so bad. So if you're dieting really hard, or you're just beginning your diet, or you're thinking about starting a diet, this video is gonna be good for you. And we're gonna be talking about what causes these unplanned diet breaks most of the time, getting back on track to your diet. I'm also gonna be going into how to plan these diet breaks into your schedule. And if you want even more information besides just diet breaks, I have a workout plan and a diet plan down in the description below. It's all together, completely free. Go ahead and check that out. Let's get into the video. So when we're talking about the topic of diet breaks, we're mostly talking about the unplanned diet breaks. The ones where you just break your diet completely and you don't give it this fancy title called a diet break. From thinking about this over and over and messing up so many countless times, I've narrowed it down to it comes down to simply just priority. You see, none of us are really getting paid to become bodybuilders. We're not stepping on a stage, we're not in magazines, we're just everyday people trying to get into the best shape of our lives. With that being the case, it comes down to priority. We're all working jobs, we're all in school. We all have other duties that require attention. So we can't just focus on getting in shape all the time. So that leaves sloppiness. It leads to opening the DoorDash app, the Uber Eats app. It leads to just going into your refrigerator and picking out the easiest thing that you can find that you can make and just head out the door or continue working or finish that deadline that you need to. And it becomes a lot easier to make that decision when you've already been dieting weeks and weeks and weeks and you've deprived yourself of just food in general. And unknowingly, you start this snowball effect of you've grabbed that one thing. You made one day really easy for yourself because you have other priorities that require more attention of you that day. And then you go on to the next day and you're like, well, I've already messed up yesterday. What's one day? It won't hurt. And then it continues and continues and continues and it compiles up until you're about 3 weeks in, just like me. You haven't lost any weight. You gained 8 pounds of like the 25 that you already lost in the past couple months. And now you're in a hole. And I think we get so caught up within those 3 weeks of just really bad dieting, really bad habits, really bad everything, where we just say, screw it, it's done from here. We're not continuing working out. We already given up. But the fact is, in the beginning, you lost 20 pounds, right? And then you gained back 5. Well, you still have a certain amount of progress that you already completed that you can work off. Don't get so lost in the fact that you gained that weight back. Get lost in the fact that you made progress and now you have a new starting point to work off. Now, getting back on track, it's not an easy thing to do, but I'm gonna make it easy for you in these simple steps that you can take. First, you're gonna need to set out your diet plan. If you don't already have one, if you don't know how to construct one, I have one down below with even cooking instructions that you guys can follow and get a rough idea on how to plan yours out. So once you have step 1 covered, the next step is just simply working out. You could do a 30-minute walk, and if that's your workout, that's what it is. Or you could go to the gym and do a 2-hour intense workout session. Whichever one it is, just pick one and stick with it. Most important thing is to get back on track onto the diet, which is the hardest part of all this. Make sure that you have your meal ready to go in Tupperware, in a plate, in the fridge, on the stove, whatever, right? So when you're finished with your workout, make your meal. That's the first thing that you eat. That way you're getting yourself into the habit of eating healthy foods after a workout session. Most of the time you hit a workout session and you're super hungry and you're like, man, whatever's in the fridge, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat that because I'm super hungry and don't have time. Get into the habit of making your meals and having it ready for you as soon as you finish your workout. So when it comes to an actual diet break, what it is pretty much just increasing your calories to where your maintenance calories are and you're not gaining any weight and you're not losing any weight. And you can eat pretty much whatever you want, or you can still be strict on your diet and just increase more food. By the end of it, you're probably gonna gain a lot of water weight, so you're gonna see an increase on the scale, but you're gonna be a lot fuller within the gym. Your muscles are gonna look fuller, you're gonna be able to push a little bit more weight, all because you have that energy from the diet break. I can even pull up a picture of how I look like after my diet break when I was really lean. I looked like this, and after my diet break, I probably gained like 10 pounds and I looked like this. So when it comes to implementing a diet break within your routine, I would say be super flexible with it. Use a diet break as a chance to, break away from your diet. Whenever you have a holiday, whenever you have vacations, you have hangouts with your friends, this is the time where you want to take a week or 2 weeks off, however long you need it to be. Take that diet break, experience those events that you have in your life, and then get back on your diet. That way you don't have to go off the rails every other day. And try not to go overboard with a diet break. At the end of the day, it is a diet break. It's not meant for you to just completely ruin your diet. It's meant for you to kind of gain that mental clarity of, man, I'm not stuck in this draining diet where I'm kind of depleting myself of energy because I have to lose this weight. It's a diet break. Get those energy stores back up. Try not to go overboard. Enjoy yourself, but know that you're going back onto your diet so that you can progress further. And lastly, talk to the people closest to you, your family, your friends. Tell them your progress. Tell them the mistakes that you've made. Tell them your goals. That way you have accountability for yourself. It's not just you in your mind telling yourself that you have to do this. It's your mom, it's your dad, it's your best friend, it's the kid in the class, it's the coworker at work that you told, and they're gonna ask you 2-3 months down the line, hey, whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to you? What do you want to tell them when that time comes? It's really simple, but it's where accountability starts. It's where your journey is gonna start. You want it bad enough. And I'm making this video as my accountability. It's been almost 2 months since I made a video, and I've noticed there's a correlation of my diet making these videos. I'm better when I'm making videos and I'm worse when I'm not. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.